A lot of these people, they go to these churches and they're called feel good churches. They let them do whatever they want. They don't tell them or correct them. I'm glad I grew up when I went to church that they corrected me on stuff. And I wanted to thank God for my pastors for that and people who were on me, because had they not been on me for things, I would have been acting ignorant like the people who, are doing stuff they shouldn't be doing, and, getting people in trouble for small, stupid stuff. But you know what? I'm able to forgive people because Jesus went through that. There is one only thing Jesus didn't do what I've done. It's bite. But you know what? He turned the other cheek because you have these Pharisees. They're all older than him, the Roman Empire, and they all persecuted Jesus because Jesus was very young and he was setting examples. And it's to teach the younger generation, because it's not the younger people, it's the older people who need more understanding and knowledge, because they are in pampers more than the younger ones. And we cry about so much of the kids, but if we're not setting examples as adults, why the kids are doing what they're doing, we wonder why. But one thing I will say, especially if you speak on your kids, because it's not always sells out too. Sometimes it comes out of people who are not setting examples either. And there's other ways to do that. And I'm not gonna get into all of it though. But I know these people don't set well examples, and because of that, that's why the kids are the way they are. They're out of control and stuff. And it comes simply through politics, because most people who serve politics, especially the Democrat Party, we know they support abortions and all this stuff that God would not allow in His church or even be talked about in His church. Like I tell people who are involved in politics, do not talk about Jesus, because Jesus would not accept all that stuff in there. Like if Jesus were to come in these organizations today, a lot of people would not do the things they do. They would not talk about the things that they should talk about when it's not good. They wouldn't have things they shouldn't have, that their own families would have them obey. I mean, Jesus was stripped all that from them, even if it's just something of a teenager wearing makeup. Jesus is not, He loves people now, and make no mistake, but He would rather you do things for Him. He's a jealous God, and He was not going to sit there and say, I bendito because you're young or because you're old. And I was going to share all that real quick, because a lot of old people try to get after young people, but Jesus would not accept that. And this is all behind politics, especially the Democrat Party. But there's all sorts of parties that do the same things too. So it's not just being Democrat. It's both parties. But see, you take fault for both, because I take fault for both.